What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 57 of my Total Warhammer 3 Zhatan the Black Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, Drajoath the Ashen, the double Ashen, Did I do this? Huh. I don't think I did this. That's weird. Can you... Drajoath the Ashen, was it always like this and I never noticed it? Okay, well, you're just gonna be regular Drajoath the Ashen, not the double Ashen, though it was kind of funny. And I forgot what I was saying. Last time, Draj fought stuff and overwhelmed it with the power of his fiery fireborn. Okay, now that has to be a name, doesn't it? Rename. Fiery Fireborn. Oh, there's a few other names. I'll do it later. Anyway, he destroyed an army belonging to the Crooked Moon, who we've well and engaged in a proper war with, though they don't have much in the way of proper stacks at the current time. Though by the time we reach their forces, I'm sure that they will. There's a lot of territory that they currently hold and that we have to take. I'm a little bit disappointed that... Scrag didn't survive, as I would have loved to have some lead belchers and stuff in our forces, and I don't think any of the other ogres are alive anywhere. Too bad for them. Oh well, not a big deal. We will do without, especially since we now have access to both Skaven units as well as the units of the Vampire Coast, though it'll take some time to actually get a decent amount of them. We may actually want to sail an army up to the Awakening and try to ally with them as well, though I do wonder whether the Dreadfleet hates them. They might not like them, but the Dreadfleet isn't a military alliance with us, and hopefully they don't declare war on them. Honestly, if we can... Well, these factions are unlikely to die, so I doubt that the Dreadfleet is going to be engaging in any new wars anytime soon. Anyway, in terms of what we got to do this turn, well, we saw last time that the gold has somewhat lost its luster, as it is no longer all that useful to us. We are gated completely by armaments at this point and the capacity that we can get through them, so we're going to continue trying to acquire more and more and more and more and more and more armaments, ever more armaments like true Chaos Dwarfs, via getting the buildings up and running. We were wondering whether we should attack Khazad Kulaz with a proper battle. I just think that this is going to be a very easy fight, but I mean, we'll give it a try. How about this? We'll fight this right now, and next time, if a similar battle is too easy, what we'll do is we'll auto-resolve this. This does say decisive victory and low casualties, but there's still a lot of units to slaughter, and you know what? I still very much enjoy watching the Bull Centaurs do their thing. So, let's get to it. Alrighty, here we are again, another siege, and we once again will get to enjoy the Fireglaives do their thing. They have attacked these territories before many a time and have gotten up on those walls and fired down upon the enemy, so we know that it's going to be pretty effective as long as we can get down to those walls. The siege will begin with us bombarding the enemy towers while the two Skullcrackers work on the enemy gate, and they break that gate so fast. A couple hits and the gate is down. I do wonder whether they have special bonus against buildings, or whether they don't. It would be interesting to know. Anyway, we've moved into the enemy settlement, and we are going to be dropping a lot of stuff. Some spells, some barrages from our nearby Mega Mortars, as well as the Wrath of Zharr, more spells, more fire breaths from our units, and we're going to prep this place for complete destruction by the rest of our army, but we're certainly going to reduce enemy numbers in that way. The main thing that we want to do is destroy the enemy artillery. Thus, we have summoned Arcadai Fireborn on top of the two artillery units, being a Rock Lobber and a unit of and a Doom Diver, and we're going to follow that up with an Ash Storm combined with the Hashut's Doom Rocket, absolutely wrecking the enemies that are around, and we're going to follow that up with the Flames of Asgore as well. A little bit obnoxious, mind you, but, well, to be fair, once again, we've already done this battle, or actually battles against much harder targets with these armies, and this was easily auto-resolvable, and thus I don't really feel bad about just absolutely obliterating the enemy with spells like that. Alrighty, and here come the Skullcrackers and the first of our units into the enemy settlement. Just going to start with the single entities and the Gobos to at least act a little bit as shields. The enemy is absolutely in a meat grinder here and is going to try to send some trolls to back up the poor Night Goblins that are in this situation. We're also going to move other units into the settlements, some Infernal Castellans, which are going to climb up on top of the wall and are going to start firing down from up there, prepping the place for the fire glaives to do the same. Looks like the enemy tower is finally been brought down. Yes, it has. Last few shots coming in. It'll be targeting the second tower as well. The enemy trolls are also now in pretty darn bad shape at about half HP, though it looks like the enemy has brought its lord out to play. An Orc Warboss popping that healing potion, but below half HP now and getting attacked by 3 bulls, which is, well, he probably would have had a tough time against just the one. Alrighty, and down goes the enemy lord, absolutely sacrificed to defend the gate here. More enemy units are moving in, but in a line, which means a Wrath of Zharr is going to go right through those Gobos. Here come the Skullcrackers to hold off the enemy as well, as we want to essentially hold the ramp for a little while and allow more of our units to stream into the city. The blunderbusses are in and the first of the fire glaives has arrived, but we need to hold while the rest of them do the same, as there are a fair few. I'm actually fairly impressed with how well the Skullcrackers are doing here. They probably aren't super effective against trolls, although it does look like, that one did get brought down. How much damage have you guys done so far? 5 or nearly 6k and 82 kills, and what about you? 145 kills and 10k. Alright, you know what? That's pretty darn respectable, and the fact that they've been surrounded and are fighting trolls, which they shouldn't be super effective against, is probably pretty good. As in, the trolls would probably be able to surround them and kill off a lot of them, but apparently they did not. Ooh, the enemy giant has arrived, and this one we are probably going to have a tough time with. Thus, we're going to move in a little bit and allow our blunderbusses to fire at the poor giant. Man, that is a bloody volley that thing just took, as the entire blob of blunderbusses fired on it at the same time. The blunderbusses, however, are not alone, as the rest of our ranged units have arrived upon the field. We're going to buff them up with a Flaming Sword of Ruin, or just Sword of Ruin, I don't remember. Yeah, I think it's Flaming Sword of Ruin. And buff their range damage further as they all fire down and knock that giant down as well. The ramp does no longer need to be held, as we have a sufficient amount of fire glaives firing at the enemy and the blunderbusses below, so the advantage is now completely ours. I think now that we've taken the walls like this, the enemy are completely screwed, because what can they do? The blunderbusses do a ton of damage and the enemy have to approach through this. And it just doesn't seem likely that they're going to be capable of it, especially as an Ash Storm is still going, so they're slow while they're coming down here. Alright, River Trolls gave it a try, but ultimately failed and will be shot in the back by the blunderbusses and the fire glaives. More Gobos arriving, but getting knocked down as well. You gotta love doing this. Honestly, you gotta love the blaster-like, laser-like guns of the fire glaives. And I know I say this every single time that we use them. I'm just really not tired of the unit yet. I do feel like the Skaven and the Chaos Dwarfs have some of the most fun units in the entire game. And just satisfying to use. Warp Fire Throwers, Rattling Guns, Jezzails, Fire Glaives, Dreadquake Mortars, all just super fun. I'd love to make an army out of all of them, and hey, that's why we want to get Skaven alliances. Alrighty, well the Fireglaves continue their work, even firing upon the enemies up above, so not just those coming down the ramp. We do have a fairly decent overlapping zone of fire up here. Looks like the enemy chariots get brought down, and oh wow, was that an enemy Black Orc Big Boss? Well, whatever it was, it's dead now. I know that it was a hero of some sort, but he is gone. Let's see what the enemy has left. The balance of power now very much in our favor at about 90%, 85 to 90%. We've also flying around and dropping off or killing off enemy towers with our flyers, and our reinforcements have also arrived on the field. Not that we really need them in any way. I'm gonna move some blunderbusses and fireglaves up, so if we go up the ramp, we have those working together. So it's not just the blunderbusses or the fireglaves alone. Here come the trolls trying to chase down or trying to move down that ramp. Looking pretty ugly for them though. And there's the blunderbuss volley. And down goes every single troll. Absolutely obnoxious. There we go, and these guys really shouldn't be running all these units in one by one. It's really not working for them. Don't even need to send the Skullcrackers anymore, as they're just standing by in case the enemy somehow manages to reach us. But there's too much weight of fire from the Fireglaves and the blunderbusses. I do like how these two work in combination, though, both the Fireglaves and the blunderbusses, I mean. One of them decided to scream for a really, really long time. And I don't know why this unit decided to pause like that, but, well... Oh, a few of them might actually... Oh, you came so close that he managed to get a stab, and I think he got axed. He got axed and that stopped him. Poor guy, and they run right back into a Dreadquake mortar barrage. Absolutely disgusting. Yeah, definitely one of those situations where I'm feeling bad for the poor AI. What can it do at this point? Really the only thing it can do is retreat further into the city, but as it retreats, it gets hit by spells from the sky, and at the end of the day we have more units moving onto the field, more artillery, and yeah, there's nothing they can do, is there? Oh, I tried to move some goblin archers in to maybe fire upon the units on the walls. That ain't working out either. I'm very much enjoying this fight. And just trying to listen to the sounds of those blunderbusses. Anyway, here come a few more goblins. Man, they certainly did have a lot of defenders here. 2 full stacks, after all. The main stack, as well as the garrison, which was a high-tier settlement. So, yeah. Anyway, we're gonna start moving in some centaurs. Just gonna move them back a little bit for a few seconds as we drop a piercing bolt of burning and follow it up with a flame and shadow as well. Or is it shadow and flame? I forgot. Or I think I used them at pretty much the same time, so it looked like one spell, but it was in fact two. With that combined with the Fireglaves, that makes way, and the Skullcrackers, together with the Centaurs, are going to make their way up the ramp. Certainly not a lot of enemies left in this settlement now, and the rest of them will probably get ripped apart by the Skullcrackers and Centaurs. You're not going to stop this pain train. And let's see, these guys are shattered, and in fact, with that, the rest of the army will shatter as well. There was one more troll unit that we dropped our flyers down upon, but apparently there was no need whatsoever. Man, the enemy stood absolutely no chance here, and you gotta give it to the auto-resolve. Was most definitely correct about this being a low casualty sort of battle. Damn, I love those Fireglaves. Alrighty, man. I'm really glad I didn't auto-resolve that one. It was a very fun time. I really enjoy taking settlements with GHORTH'S army, though obviously it's going to be his range army is going to be transferred to another lord later on. But I really enjoy the way that they function, taking the settlement by going all these Fireglaves up on the walls and firing down into the enemies. A very fun time. Got a free Helm of Discord, some labor, and we will sack or raise, I think, the Yeah, I think the raw materials are going to be more valuable to us right now, so we're gonna raise the place instead. Raise it. Fairly well, Khazad-ir-Khalaz, and Bale Taurus, yes. Which of you is more damaged? Well, Gorth can barely move now. Gorth back to Khazad-ir-Khalaz and occupy a tower at tier 5. Oh, lovely. And does raising do anything to public order? Collected income, provincial instability? No, not really. Swell. Just swell. Masterful Architects for you, and Faneguard, and Prototype Mega Mortar, and let's go for the Donation Barrel. Then we will go for the Ziggurat Tenements, the Patrol Routes, and this place will actually generate a decent amount of money, but for now, Demon Smithy and... somewhat tempted to go for the Incinerator. Wait, does gold require any kind of miners? No, it just straight up just gives us money. But we'll still need walls here, and then the gold mine, and... maybe not worth the Incinerator here. Let's just go for another lava fields then. Lovely. Lovely, I should say. I'm so stupid. At least I can keep myself amused. Anyway, what were we doing? I forgot everything now. Thrungbaj, yes, you need to head to Nashrak's lair. Okay, can you... I wonder if Darberts can reach you. Well, let's just hope not. I mean, I guess we could move you in regular speed. Oh, you could go... wait. About the same. Go here. If this guy jumps to Nashrak's lair, we'll jump towards him as well and counteract him. We got a decent amount of raw materials for that, and thus we are back to building, I guess. Let's start from the top this time. I mean, we could do these things, but that's obviously not as important. Yeah, I'm leaving the patrol routes, the public order, what are these called? Oh, just tower roads. Rail network, yes. Leaving the rail network everywhere till last, as it's the least important number of upgrades. Yeah, we could do the Grand Furnace, I guess, to save a little bit of raw materials, and mostly just so that we don't have to waste a lot of time looking for more stuff to build. And I believe that's it. Alrighty, nothing else is cheap enough to be built with the 600 raw material we have remaining. Then... is it time, well, I was about to say, is it time to trade for Destrosk and Zoishank? I guess we could trade Zoishank. Although, watch this guy attack it. I guess if he attacks it, we'll just retake it. You can have Zoishank, here you go. Enjoy.
The tribe consents.
Not that we need your money, but it's not like we need this territory either, and I had no intention of holding on to it. You... maybe we should colonize Castle von Rauken and then trade it to an ally. Rather than leaving it as a ruin. No, I guess the question is, who would we transfer it to? You know what? We need a path. We need a transfer path, but take it for now. And by transfer path, I mean if we could get, for example, like Wintertooth. Okay, let's occupy it as factory. Alright, if we can make like a path through the lair of the Troll King towards Fort Straghoff and then Fort Ostrosk, and just start giving all this stuff to Wintertooth, they're probably going to make much better use of it than, well, Chaos or Scaling or stuff. Chaos would just be wasting their time and ours. Hopefully one of these guys can actually take the lair of the Troll King. Maybe we could trade it to them, or from them? Yeah. Anyway, that's about it for what we have to do this turn, unless I'm mistaken, which means we can end the turn and see if anything interesting happens. We are trying to ambush Queek, though I don't know whether we have time to fight this right now. We can skip the rest of this. Ooh, there are outposts available, or upgrades available, and it's not like we don't have cash to spare, so let's keep upgrading those, so that we have those fresh troops ready to go from our allies later on. Are you guys able to... oh, you're able to... oh, I didn't move everybody. Oh, my bad. Okay, fine. You guys are going to continue out at sea. And we'll see if the enemies go for... ooh, hello, Skull Island. Well, on the one hand, Skull Island, good. On the other hand, it's probably dangerous to get damaged heavily by the army at the Skull Island, and then be forced to fight it. Alright, healing up nicely there, Raider Namtar, though not raiding from allies. Though, I wonder... wait, does raiding from allies cause, like, instability, not instability, like, does it screw up your relationship or your reliability? I wonder. I'm not sure, though. Also, I would love for these guys to actually take a territory from the elves there so we can make use of it. Anyway, let's check whoever else has not moved, because apparently I forgot some armies. And that doesn't mean that there aren't other armies I may have forgotten. Ah, oh, okay, no, you shouldn't be moving, you're fine. Ah, no, let's Returnal Recruiter's Zork, damn it. I keep getting excited for nothing. Damage building ignored, and I believe that's it. We can end the turn. Yes, we're going to end the turn. Alright, well, let's see what happens. Exiles of Khorne, what you doing? You want us to join war against the Bloody Hands? They're a little bit too far from us right now, though we will probably join our war. Your war against them. Most likely what I'd like to do... okay, yeah, you can have Fort Estrask, we'll retake it out on Kerkastelton. What we'd like to do is maybe get a few more military alliances, ideally even with Nagaron. And, ooh! Oh, no. I thought this was an actual army. They can't, this is just garbage army. No, don't attack that. Oh, I didn't, huh. Okay, I wasn't expecting him to come down there. Interesting, though. Hopefully we can still reach him. He's run away from the ambusher of Yobaz. I don't like that. I wanted Yobaz to fight Queek and get Vermin Flail. Oh well. I forgot what I was talking about. Well, damn. It seemed important at the time. Oh yes, get a bunch more military alliances and then declare war on the Bloody Hands, forcing all of our allies to attack the Bloody Hands and thereby forcing them all to be friendlier with each other. Troop train has more campaign movement range, as well they should. Settlement sacked Fort Estrask and settlement lost, I assume. Illyrian and Eataine have confederated. Broken Axe has been destroyed. Itza has been destroyed. Akshi has been bound by us, so reduction on the cost and whatever of the fire spells. A mission issued. Hold off Razor Sack Black Crag. Yes, we can do that. Settlement receives plague, Misty Mountain, hardly surprising. Damn those Skaven plagues. And yeah, we'll need to take Karak Asgal in order to counteract that. Alrighty, delete. Oh, I was gonna send you up this way, but now I'm kind of concerned about Queek being there. Zhatan, how close is Thorek? Looks like he's taken Mount Arachnos from Tzeentch, which isn't the worst thing. We're not going to March Dance, I think. We're going to use Underway, just in case. I sincerely doubt that anybody would even stand a chance against Zhatan, March Dance or not, but nonetheless. Scaff, you need to move southward towards the Lizards, who are looking to retake the Temple of Skulls, but you're going to start working on them, and hopefully Scaff can essentially move down the coast, destroying the last defenders, and hopefully the Order of Lore Masters, and then getting a contiguous border with the Oracles of Tzeentch, and then we can push out through the last defender territory. Once again, we'll take the mountains for ourselves. We'll give this to Tzeentch and then this to Khorne, and then hopefully they will like each other. Once again, we'll need to force them both to attack a bunch of factions, which will probably mean trying to get an alliance going. In fact, wait, can we get a military alliance going with either one of them right now?
Harbinger.
We can do Oracles of Tzeentch. Well, we have an alliance with Khorne. The only thing I'm concerned about the Oracles with is the fact that they are currently at war with Clan Pestilence. And while Clan Pestilence is busy, I'm sure I'd prefer not to, well, fight them. Ooh, Wintertooth, mission. Yes, please. Skarsnik and Darberts. Who's more like... Wait, which Darberts? No, Darberts Gitrensha, not Darberts the Crusher. Nice try, game. Trying to fool me with all your Darbertses. Let's go Skarsnik. Mostly because he's a legend. Shadow Legion, let's see. You want us to... we could get Darberts to crush it as well. Yeah, sure. Why not? At least one of the Darbertses. Anyway. Oh wow, we're up to 73k money per turn now, which, once again, we're just gated by the armaments. Anyway, I think with that is where I'm going to call the episode. The thing is, there's a lot of admin to do, and I like to take care of all the non-building admin once again between the episodes, so we can come back and deal with army moving and building and, well, obviously fighting, like Queek and like whoever we can fight. So, I'm going to call it here. Next time, we are going to try to hunt Queek down. I'm going to have to go through Underway stance. We we can land right beside him. Maybe he'd be willing to fight, maybe not. We'll try it with Mr. Nabonahid. I'm concerned that Queek is going to head out to Misty Mountain, which probably can't defend itself very well, but we'll nonetheless give it a try, maybe by putting Delete there and hopefully holding them off. Would be unfortunate to lose the Iron Maiden and Thomas the Warp Engine, but once again, they should try it. Anyway, we will also try to hunt down Thorak and continue our war against Kislev as Astrogoth continues to advance towards it and towards Beckhafen. Stay tuned for more Zhatan. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching.